Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for another Caramoor conversation. My name is Kathy Schuman. I'm the Artistic Director at Caramoor, and I'm here with Valerie Coleman, who is the composer of a fanfare that we'll be hearing with the Orchestra of St. Luke's on June 27th at Caramoor. It'll be a world premiere of this new piece, and we're really, really excited about it. So I just wanted to chat with Valerie briefly to talk a little bit about this piece. I just wanted to ask, first of all, how this commission came about.
Well, I'm good friends with Jim Rowe, who is the director extraordinaire of Orchestra of St. Luke's. I know Jim because he is an amazing, he's not going to tell anybody this, but he is an incredible oboe player. And so during the time I was in Imani Winds and our oboist, Toyin Spellman Diaz, was on maternity leave, Jim stepped in. And it was so much fun. And of course, Jim is one heck of a person. So he automatically hit it off with the rest of the group. And so I just feel like me and Jim, we got this bond, you know. And so years later, Jim was thinking, once the pandemic hit, he was thinking about ways of not only creating a connection with the performers in the orchestra, the members of the orchestra, but also allowing this incredible orchestra to connect with the community as well and be a voice of the times. And so Jim came up with this amazing idea of fanfare for uncommon times. And I thought to myself, this is really a very cool idea because usually with fanfares, we're announcing royalty or heads of state. We're announcing some kind of people. But this is more about an event that we're all going through right now, the pandemic. It is an uncommon time, not just the pandemic, but even our political landscape with global warming and all just across the board. We are going through some strange times right now. And so to create a fanfare seems rather ironic for it, right? But, or no, not ironic, sarcastic. But I don't look at it as a sarcastic thing like, oh, we're in this incredibly strange time. Da, 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 da. We're not looking at it in that way. And I don't want to look at it in that way, but rather I wanted to create a piece that brings people together, a piece that allows, that touches that which is within us, that thing that wants to survive through this pandemic, that thing that keeps giving us this regenerative, renewable hope. So the fanfare itself has that very idea. Of course, it has the same configuration as fanfare for the common man. Now, uncommon is forever sketched in my mind, forever etched. It has the same orchestration and instrumentation, but there's a few different things there, and that is mainly within my use of percussion. I actually use the keyboard percussion, the tonal percussion, like marimba and vibraphones and xylophones, because I really want to create this sense of sparks of sound and sparks of life. What else is to say about the piece? It is a highly virtuosic work. The members, the brass members, they have their work cut out for them. I apologize in advance. But being that incredible orchestra that they are, I know that this is something that they will just really take on with vigor and just really master it and transmit it in a way that reaches everyone.
Yeah, you answered all my questions in one.
Okay.
But just to go back for one sec, there are 11 brass players, I believe, in the piece, plus the percussion.
Plus the percussion, that's
right. And I guess I just wanted to know whether, I mean, you did sort of explain what a fanfare is. As you said, usually it's heralding the entrance of someone or something like that. But when you were writing this piece, did you relate it at all to some of these two other fanfares that are on the program or any others other than the instrumentation? Were you thinking at all about them?
Well, one cannot help but to channel fanfare for the common man,
Yeah,
because it's such a part of our history as Americans, and um, through its simplicity makes it extremely elegant and memorable. And so when I studied composition at Boston University, I studied this piece intently, because how can someone use perfect fourths and perfect fifths, those intervals that we know characterize what is a fanfare? How did Copeland use them in such a way that generates more than the announcement of somebody walking into a room? He generated something that channeled the very foundation of what um, the American spirit is. And so I couldn't help but to think about how not only did he do that compositionally, the end result of that, but just overall how it started to play a role in terms of generating spirit and energy. And fanfares are supposed to really be for moments that are just, they set the tone for something that is um, joyfully austere or important. But I think that Copeland's piece brings a different kind of connection. And it's truly for the common man, for the common person. But I feel that with the piece that I've written, even though he was in the back of my head this whole entire time, I said, no, I don't want to connect to that. There is going to be some indelible connection in one way, shape, or another. But instead, I really want to bring the Black experience in. And I want to bring in the experience of people of color in this country. I want to bring in the experience of the turmoil, the upheaval, and the complexities of race conversation. And so this piece is exactly that. You're going to hear dissonances. You're going to hear just this machine gun repetitive sound, but then you're going to hear that turn into something that is more of a Caribbean nature. And so all of those elements that really lend itself to being a melting pot for this country is something that I feel that I need to have to put in there. I want this piece to have, like Fanfare for the Common Man, a responsibility towards reminding ourselves of what Barack Obama calls our better angels. I wanted to have that kind of piece that really is an action piece.
wow. It sounds like a lot to pack into one short piece, but I can't wait to hear it. It sounds fantastic, and I hope it will have a life as rich and long as the Copeland, for sure.
I hope so too. Oh
Yeah.
man.
And I can't imagine a better way to bring back Orchestra of St. Luke's to Caramoor after a couple of years. They'll open up their program on June 27th with this fanfare. It's the world premiere. We hope everyone can join us. And thank you so much, Valerie. We are really looking forward to hearing your piece. And here's hoping that times become, well, I don't want to say common, but yeah, it's hoping that times
I
change.
know what you mean.
Yeah, yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Thank you. It's quite an honor. Thank you.
Thanks.